Alrighty, hello, it is vault time, and we have way too many characters to open the vault on, so let's not hesitate and get right into it. So we're starting off with this Windwalker monk I started playing. This is actually the character that was part of the tanking from scratch series that I did last season, and I kind of just was like, I'll just, it's like 260 item level, so I'll just turn it into a DPS character to play with some friends. So I started playing it. We got a bunch of good gear, and now we are trying to get something out of the vault. So we got one of the Mechagon rings, but unfortunately it's one of the bad effect ones, and has leech on it too. That would have been so nice. We got a crit haste neck, that's 304 with a socket, that's pretty good. And then we got some tier gloves, which are pretty irrelevant, because the ones we have are higher item level. So I think with that we just take the necklace. That seems like the smartest upgrade. It's crit haste. I'm not 100% sure, but I think for Windwalker Monk, you generally want like crit verse, and then haste is kind of like a stat as far as your gearing goes. So it's not super ideal to have everything with haste on it, but I think it'll be okay because this reduces a little bit of the current haste we have on our neck at the moment. So we'll go ahead and take this necklace. And it'll be a decent upgrade. Nothing too crazy, but at least something decent. Alright, and then next up we have the Warlock. I'm basically doing all my DPS characters, and then my tanks, and then my healers. And you're going to notice I have a lot of duplicate characters of like the same classes, and just to answer the question now, the reason I do that is because I find it much less tedious to just have a second character be a different spec rather than off-specking. I don't like off-specking in this current expansion, and I didn't like it in BFA, I'm pretty sure, either. It seems like every expansion they're making it harder and harder to off-spec without it being like a really tedious thing to do. Like for instance, right now, if I want to off-spec as let's say I want to play Elemental and Resto Shaman, I have to swap my Covenant every time I want to switch specs. I have to go fix all my conduits. I have to, adjust legendaries. I have to adjust slots in the certain pieces. Like it's just a big hassle. And the gearing, I don't have a problem with, like changing your gear and having to switch legendaries or trinkets. Like that makes sense to me. But when I have to like say I want to play like another spec that plays the same Covenant as the healing off spec or something, like say a tank, I have to like go and switch all my conduits over every single time, and you can't just switch your conduits like in here. This would also make it easier if I could just like be like, okay, here, I want this conduit here, boom, we're done. Now I can play my other spec. That would be fine. But the fact that you have to go to your Covenant Hall every time, change all your conduits, like it's just too much of a hassle. So I'd rather just have a character dedicated to healing and a character dedicated to tanking on the same, class. So that's the reason I do that. Hopefully they make it a little easier next expansion so I don't feel like I need to do that. But let's see what we get on the Warlock. So crit haste is already like the best stat for Warlock. So this, or for destruction at least. So this is looking absolutely massive. This necklace, same necklace we just got on our other character, funny enough. We also got a 304 helm, which is really good. But I think because our helm already has crit haste on it and it's upgradable, it's just better to keep going for more crit and haste. So this necklace is a massive upgrade, so we're definitely going to take this. Big upgrade. This one has a socket too, that's crazy. We literally rolled the exact same item as our last character. That's pretty wild. So 304 with a socket. A haste gem in there. And now we're at 288 item level. Alright, and then next up we have the Guardian Druid. And I like just randomly got it. This was a character that was going to be a pugging from scratch character. I was actually thinking about playing Balanced Druid, especially with how much they are not liked right now at the moment, or seen as like a bad class. So I was going to play Balanced Druid and do like a pugging from scratch, but I decided just to take a break on the pugging from scratch series, at least for now. We might still end up doing it before the season ends, but for now I just wanted to take a break. That way it's nice and refreshing to see a pugging from scratch series when we go into the new expansion. because I'm going to do the Pugging from Scratch series with the Evoker class as a healer, which will be really interesting because I haven't been able to do a Pugging from Scratch series as a healer since I know, how to play them all and stuff already. So we had a crit haste cloak. I probably just take this, honestly, because on this character, I'm mostly just kind of like going for almost like a meme build of just trying to do as much damage as I possibly can. This necklace would also be a massive upgrade, but I think I'd rather go for items that I can't just get out of dungeons, because like this necklace is the same item level from something I can just get out of a dungeon. So I think we'll take the max eye level cape, and that'll be a solid upgrade for us. So there we go. We take the cloak. Crit haste. We are no longer the trash master. Just want to check really quick if I have a cloak enchant, which I do. Look at this druid. I have so much gear, but then I have a PvP trinket and this 226 trinket. I've been trying to get rid of these so much. I actually ran like 10 Grimrail depots last week. So that's going to be the journey this week, is still trying to replace these trinkets. Alright. Next up is our other tanks, which are the Death Knight and the Demon Hunter. Alright, we have the Blood DK. What do we want to roll as? Frost is fine. Or I guess Frost we get one-handed weapons on. We definitely don't want that, so we would go Unholy if we're trying to do like a DPS spec thing. So we'll go in Unholy to try to get a cool weapon. What is this? No. This definitely isn't good, right? It doesn't seem very good for just haste. I get the same amount of haste from this trinket. I'm like tempted to take it just in case it's like some like crazy OP thing to run as an on-use trinket, but I don't believe it would be. Oh, I see. It's like a mixed trinket with the other, so someone else would want to run the Thunder trinket. Okay. That's alright. We just take tokens on the Death Knight. I haven't been having that much fun on the DK anyways, so it's not that big of a deal. Alright, we got the Demon Hunter. What do we want on the Demon Hunter? Probably some better trinkets. Shoulders 304. Sure, we definitely take those. We still have the old tier shoulders from last season, so it's like a 30 eye level upgrade, so that's big. I'll just equip those before I forget, and then that puts us up to 293 on the DH. Very nice. Alright, and now we just have our healers left, so now we're going on our monk. And we want a weapon so bad on the Mistweaver. Oh, there it is. 291 weapon. We probably take that. Oh, 304 shoulders, though, is so nice. And it's just a 291 weapon, so I could technically still get this, and it's not upgradable, so I think I actually definitely wait on a weapon. While it's the biggest upgrade by a long shot, I really do think it's worth to wait and just try to get a weapon out of a dungeon. Or just do the raid this week and try to get a weapon again. Because that's just a heroic weapon. So I'm gonna take the, I guess, the more long-term gain and take the shoulders. Even though we're missing out on a lot of intellect that way. Okay, next up is Paladin, I believe. I don't remember what we want on the Paladin. We want an offhand because we still have like a 2-7. I think we have a, maybe we have a 291 shield. I want to say we have a 290 or a 278 though. Maybe not. And then I think a lot of my tier pieces on my Paladin are still old tier pieces from last season, so we definitely want to replace some of those. Let us see. What do we want on the Paladin? Trinket. Okay, the shield is 291, and then some tier pieces. Alright, so we got a 304 helm to start with, so that's already a solid upgrade. Doesn't have avoidance on it though, like our previous one. We also got 304 legs that also somehow have avoidance. So we just either take the legs or the helmet. I don't think it needs to be very specific. The only difference is that the helmet is better stats than the legs for like what I'm currently wearing. So we're gonna not replace our current helmet because it's still, you know, good. And we can just turn this into a haste verse helmet, but this gives us more haste to work with. So we're just gonna do the pants. That puts us up to 290. Very nice. And that way I don't have to worry about going and like filling out my tier set again. I just still have my 4-piece and I just wear these pants for now until I feel like changing them over. We got Druid. Got the Druid. We got a 304 chest piece. It's a decent upgrade. Nothing too remarkable, but it still is higher item level than we can get our current chest piece. So it's an upgrade nonetheless. It's up to 292. Don't think I have a chest enchant with me, so I'll have to do that later. Yeah, 2 characters left. So many vaults. The vaults never end. Oof. Unlucky on the Shaman vault. Oh well. Let me just go ahead and take a token for that one. What we get for doing only 1 key. And then my priest. I think unfortunately we didn't get enough Mythic Fated done to do any vault options in the Fated raid because we tried to do the skip and just we're having problems on Anduin. So that means that we'll just have Mythic Plus options, which I believe I got all my options done, so I should have 3 options that are maxed out. So hopefully still something good. Hoping for like a stun grenade or a... What else is there? Basically just any of these upgrade pieces that we still need. I only got 2 options. We got a helmet, that's our first upgrade, and we also got shoulders, which is the same. So I'll probably just take, out of simplicity, I'll probably just take the shoulders so that, again, I don't have to like turn this into a tier helmet. And the helmet has a socket, so we want to keep that. So we'll just take the shoulders and take the small item level increase. I think that bumps us up to 301. No, it doesn't look like it does. No, it does not. Once we upgrade this chest piece, we'll be 301. Cool. The priest is actually almost like fully maxed out besides like, you know, N tier boss loot like from the raids, because we haven't been doing the mythic fated stuff like that far, so unfortunately I haven't been getting those 311s. It's okay, still pretty geared. So that is it for the vaults. Thanks for watching, and I will see you guys later.